Managerial roles. A managerial roles is a specific roles and functions managers should play for the performance of an organization. Managerial roles was identified by Henry Mintzberg. Henry Mintzberg identified 10 roles managers should play for the better functions and the performance of an organization, meaning that managers not limit their functions by planning work, organizing activities and resources, leading subordinates, and controlling performance. They also has a duties responsibilities to play for the better performance of an organization. Interpersonal roles, figureheads, leader, liaison. Informational roles, monitor, spokesperson, disseminator. And decisional roles, entrepreneur, negotiator, resource allocator, and disturbance handlers. These are the 10 managerial roles identified by Mintzberg. Interpersonal roles, dealing with people, figureheads, representing the organization at ceremonial and symbolic duties. These duties include greeting visitors, signing legal documents, taking important customers' loans, representing the company at events, attending subordinate reading, or speaking at functions in schools, local communities, etc. A figurehead has a responsibility to represent an organization at various ceremonial and symbolic duties, like attending subordinate reading. This will improve motivations and productivity from the employee because an employee recognizes that his industry attend his reading, so she will cooperate more in order to achieve the organizational goals. And speaking at functions like schools, local communities, churches, youth movements, or any activities considered worthwhile that will improve the performance of an organization. Leader directs, motivates, and develop employees, responsible for influencing, motivating, training, and developing subordinates to work towards the organizational goals. A leader has a responsibility to direct, instruct, lead, and guide people so they work towards the organizational goals. He will tell an employees what to do and show them how to do it so that the employee will achieve the organizational objectives in a best efficient manner. Liaison: build and maintain network of contacts with external stakeholders to get information and resource. For examples, suppliers, partners, governments. Liaison has a responsibility to maintain communications and cooperations with other parties in order to get an information that will help an organization. Informational roles, dealing with informations, monitor, gather, collect information from inside and outside the organizations to stay informed. A monitor has a responsibility for gathering, collecting informations, market trends, competitions in order the organization to stay informed. Disseminator. Disseminator transmits important information received from outside or from subordinates to members of an organization. Here, the disseminator has a responsibility for transmitting any information received from the outside the industry and some information received from the employee of the industry and transmit the information to the organization so that the organization will have the knowledge of what is going on the outside and what is going on in the inside in order to ensure efficient operations and good performance of an industry. Spokesperson communicate on behalf of the organizations to outsiders, e.g., press, investors, etc., responsible for transmitting the organizational informations, plan, policies to outside worlds. For example, giving information to media. Here, spokesperson has a responsibility for representing the organizations to the outside worlds. He give an informations about where the company plan policies. For example, given information to a media, a spokesperson will tell the members of the public that a company prefer a type of products, such kind of policies, activities to its either investors or to customers or to shareholders. Entrepreneur initiates and encourage innovations and change, responsible for looking out new ideas, identifying areas for improvement, assessing opportunities for product development and change, and solving problems through innovations. An entrepreneur has a responsibility for finding new opportunities for the success of an organization, solving problems through innovations and change in order to make the organization up to date. Disturbance handler responsible for dealing with conflicts, crises, and unexpected problems by taking corrective actions when the problem arises and or taking preventive actions if possible. A disturbance handler has a responsibility for handling any kind of disturbance, chaos, crisis, conflict that will affect the organization's success. Resource allocator responsible for distributing and deciding how resource, human, physical, financial information will be allocated for the performance of an organization. A resource allocator decides how to distribute resource of an industry. The resource may be human resource, financial resource, information, or physical resource. So resource allocator she make decision on how resource will be allocated to different parts. Negotiator the manager represent the organizations in negotiation with unions, suppliers, or other groups. For examples, bargaining with suppliers, discounting contracts with union. Here, a negotiator has a responsibility for representing the organization at major negotiation, like